What's going on, everyone? This is DJ Patrick Scientific. This is the Audio Infusion on WEAA 88.9 FM. And in the studio with me, we have all the way from the UK, this man, his name is Saxxon. So Saxxon, welcome to the United States to start off.
Yes. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks for having me, man.
I want to give a shout out to Lizzie for making sure all this happened and coordinating this. So we want to make sure we shout out all the people that, helped out with this.
Big up, Lizzie.
So, why are you here in the United States?
Come see you, Patrick, mate. Is that not good enough reason? No, I came to write some music. I've been working on a project with AK-1200 down in Florida. We've been beavering on some tunes for the last year or so, and we're just getting together to get that all finished off. And there's going to be an extended EP and a few singles. So we've got some concentrated time to get some secret operations of the musical department ready to deliver to you in 2020.
Good stuff. AK-1200 is a good guy. I've seen him at Planet of the Drums a couple years back. Great times having him doing this stuff. Besides that, you're in the DC. How do you like DC so far?
Well, this evening we've had a brand new experience in the form of Papa's world famous crab cakes. So big up to Papa's, that was delicious. DC has been treating me very well so far, Patrick. Thanks for asking. Particularly enjoy the architecture and the level of senators in the city, which is always a pleasant experience, I'm sure, for all involved. Big up you.
Oh yeah, DC has the most police departments I've ever seen in my life. Every department has its own police department. Quite interesting. So I'm glad you enjoyed your time in D.C. and you're going to Florida as well, too. That should be nice and sunny down there. Are you going anywhere else in the United States?
Yeah, I'm going to slip over to Springfield, Massachusetts next Friday night on the 23rd. Which is Saturday the 23rd, to play some tunes. And on next Tuesday, I'm going to go and see some homies in Austin and drop a few tunes over there as well. So check out Saxxon Gram on Instagram. There'll be a few details on there if you're interested. Okay.
With that in mind, you're going to be creating some tunes with AK-1200. You're going to be doing some stuff in Boston. Or in Massachusetts. Is there anywhere else you're going in the United States?
No, it's the majority of this trip is to write music. So it's been a couple of little detours to come see you guys and do a couple of sessions on some tunes. But really, it's this trip is all about working with Dave, AK-1200, and getting that music ready. Because when I go back to the UK, I've got endless gigs to be done. So this is about music creation and having some things to look forward to for the listener crew for 2020.
So what kind of music what songs do you have out right now that people can get?
Well, if you go on Spotify or Apple Music and put in Saxxon, you will find quite a few tunes. This year, probably the most exciting project I've been involved in is for those lovers of reggae and drum and bass, is the Jetstar meets Hospital Records LP, which I was chatting to you about earlier on, Patrick. I had the opportunity to remix two of my all-time favourite reggae and dub tunes for the project, so you can go and check that out. That's Natural Mystic by Horace Andy, Saxxon remix, and Ali Baba by John Holt, Saxxon remix. Check those out on Spotify, Apple, etc., Deezer. And then there was this week dropped with Blade Runner, Desire, Blade Runner and Saxxon remix on Liquid V. And then T.I., the drum and bass producer, not the rapper, and I have put together an EP called Sundown, and that's on the massive Serial Killers. And as I said, you can find all these things online, available right now. Also, We Are One, which I was chatting to you about earlier on, Camo MC and Saxxon. You'll find that on Spotify, everywhere else as well. Check that out. A little bit of message of unity in this time of division. So let's all stand together as one. And first of all, let's to enjoy some music together.
Yeah, how did We Are One come about? What was that all about? You mean, let's elaborate a little bit on that so that everyone can know.
That was, it was something that came out of a bit of a dark thing that occurred in New Zealand. There was a horrible thing that happened in a mosque in New Zealand, and this is where it really came from. Camo and I linked. Camo MC is a New Zealand-based Christchurch rapper and MC, a very talented individual. He'd seen a post I'd put up on Facebook, and it's not really very often I talk about anything other than music, but on this single occasion, I was pretty upset about, what I felt the media and the powers that be had started influencing people to be doing in the world, such as that horrible, atrocious thing that happened in New Zealand. And we really felt it was time to spread a little bit of love and a little counteraction to that and show that there is good people around. So that's what it came from initially. And it's triggered some other beautiful things to happen off the back of it. So hopefully you guys can hear it and get a good feeling and pass it on, and hopefully some more nice things might happen in the world.
Yeah, so check this out. Are you going to be doing anything next year? I mean, what's the plans for that man named Saxxon?
The plan is to be lucky enough to touch turntables in as many places as possible and play my tunes to some unsuspecting listeners. So what's lined up is I'll probably be coming back here next year for a few little trips here and there, especially once we've got this project with AK. We'll be lining up some adventures this side to look at that for us in a local town. Aside from that, I'm going to South America and doing some drop-ins, go back to see the good people in Bogota, and go down to Mexico, go to Chile, Argentina, go see Brazil. As well as that, I'm going to be flying through to see the homies in Canada and Calgary and Toronto and all those lovely lot. And then also there is on the cards for springtime, New Zealand and Australia tour, and going to be playing my shiny new dub plates to those lovely lot on the underside of the planet. So yeah, some few things, and there's going to be some crazy things happening in the UK as well, Patrick. I've just been lucky enough to be made resident of one of my favourite jungle nights, Rumble in the Jungle, Bristol, that has now been taken out and toured around multiple cities and festivals. So I'm going to be doing a whole heap of dates with those lovely lot. Raudio and my regulars as well, love those guys. So yeah, as I'm a producer that's fundamentally a DJ, next year's looking really good to spread my music around as wide as possible.
That's great. That's wonderful. So, hey, I want to thank you so much for taking some time to come through here on your trip through the United States. So thanks again. You're always welcome to come back to WEAA, and one day I guess we'll have you spin live if we can schedule it, if you're here on a Saturday night. Like I said, you're always welcome to come through, all right? So be safe in your travels, and thanks again for coming by.
Big up, Patrick. Big up the WEAA crew. And yeah, man, let's try and line that up in the future. Let's stay in contact. Big up yourself. Thanks for having me, mate.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Hi, this is DJ Wish with the Audio Infusion, and if you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button below.